How does it feel every day knowing that you are working with your partner? I have worked with a partner before. We're going to a smidgen of tea, right? This is like lukewarm tea. It's not hot, right? But it was not easy working with my partner, like even though we had our different areas, which helped, and we had our different perspectives, which helped tremendously. I struggled with it just because I am a big believer in it's just so hard to find someone who loves it and is as passionate about it the way you are. But I learned quickly therapeutically, no one should be, right? Like it's your thing. So why would you expect someone to be like as into it as you are? That's not even realistic. So what is that like? Have you guys just clear role assignments? Because your husband's a professional too.
Yes.
So it's different.
It was tricky in the beginning because it turned out in the beginning it was just like, oh, he said, well, let me help you. You look like you're struggling.
Right.
You're doing a lot of work.
Right.
Let me help you. And he came on. And because everything was so new, it's like we're learning roles.
Sure.
And then are you going to keep helping me or
right. Were you setting me up?
Right.
Or are you here,
exactly.
To work with it? Yeah. Right.
But no, naturally he was excited and wanted to do it too, because then it's his work. Right. So luckily he loves cameras and that's
awesome.
his thing. And so perfecting that, trying new things, he was excited to do that. But yes, we butt heads. The first year was really difficult. I mean, it was stressful.
So let me just ask a tiny question about that. So that doesn't surprise me because I was going to say creatively, as you're trying to create, because the concept didn't exist before. So I think a lot of people don't know with TV shows, before a camera even shows up, oftentimes we know what we're going to say, who's going to be on camera, if it's done right. Let's not play like, I'm sure anyone can nod and be like, look, some of this production stuff can be a mess. But in a perfect situation, like, frankly, what the format might be for 26 seasons, or not 26 episodes, like what you're doing. But you were kind of saying, look, this is what I did in my classroom, because some of those early Miss Monica episodes do not look like the ones that they are now.
Absolutely not.
And not in a bad way. They just have evolved.
No, they just evolved.
And they're like so much better. There's a comfort there because you know what you're delivering to the kids, what they like. You've gotten feedback. So for you, I want to know, like, the butting heads in that beginning, was it creative? Just for anyone who's listening right now and wanting to maybe tap into their husband's talents and gifts, or their husband wants to lend it. How does that feel? Like, is it, you know what, I really wish I'd known more creatively myself first before I kind of tapped my husband? Or do I wish that, am I glad ultimately we did that part together? Like, what feedback do you have on that?
Now, yes, I can look back and say, I'm glad we did it together. We learned together. I think what was most important, we had to understand communication was important. Well, I would say the top three things is communication, really defining our roles, and then separating personal and business, which is still hard to this day.
That's so hard.
It's very hard because you live together, you work together.
Yeah. Just being hungry. When I get hungry, it's a problem. It's like, I'm hungry right now, and you talking to me about wanting to film just one more shot. No.
Right. And yes, and that has happened. Right. It's like, we're getting through this, we're finished. Although I'm usually the one to say, no, we're working through it.
Yes,
and
one
he's like,
more.
Can we have a break? Craft services here.
Services.
Because he's a professional.
I get it.
There's no craft services
I
here.
know. No, this is the house. Okay.
This is the house. So, I mean, of course, looking back, I know all of these things now, but it was patience, working with one another. Thank goodness where we wanted it as bad as we did.
Right.
But now it's really clear, defined roles, and he has his business, I have mine, and it's like, now it's more of a professional relationship where, okay, we know we have this thing.
Sure. I clocking in a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have to be more responsible with dates. Like, I have to stick to them. Ooh, that was hard.
Yeah.
I'm so used to saying, hey, today I want to shoot.
Same. Or like, I was going to do this, but then I saw this, so I just want to change this a little bit. I was like,
he's like, no,
content.
No, I have other things to do. I have other clients.
Yes.
So that helps.
No, that's really, really good.